Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is a tunnel that I am in with you on the Arosa Line in Train Fever. No, Train Simulator. But it's got the fever because this is a very pretty line and we're doing quite a lot of tunneling at the moment, so the camera angle is going to be somewhat, you know, hit and miss just for a moment. Oh, also it's going to want me to slow down. Right, I better get on my slow down rod here. There you go. Slow it down to there. Now this particular train, it doesn't take an awful lot of train management as we head from Chur with our next destination being Langwies. V's. See, I before E. See, I before E is an E sound. E before I is an I sound. That's how it is. So it's Langwies. That's just how it is. Anyway, we've been travelling for a little while already, and if you missed the last episode, I suggest you go back and watch it immediately. An awful lot happens. The moment where we are attacked by ghost moose was really quite hauntingly beautiful. Let's turn the cab lights back on here. There we are, so you can see. Let's turn them back off. There you go. See, this looks a little bit more mystical. For reasons best known to, I don't know, probably me, it should be best known to, but I don't know. I'm riding in the back of this train and we're going backwards. For those of you who've watched me play Train Sim World, know this is that we are supposed to be going backwards. Personally, I think I should have possibly got into the cab at the other end and driven from there, but it really doesn't seem to matter. Additionally, I can't help but think that I should have switched my pantographs over, because we're currently pushing this pantograph, and my understanding was it's always better to pull than push, so we should have popped this one out of here maybe. Oh, what the hell do I know? Anyway, we're continuing with this route, and we've got a shade of around 10 minutes to go here before we're exceeding the speed limit again. Before we hit the next scheduled destination, pull the flipping limiting handle. There you go. That's the stuff. And then, of course, no sooner do I do that than we can go faster again. Ease it back up, because we're already behind schedule. The main reason we're behind schedule, incidentally, is because it did take me a couple of minutes to get us pointing in the right direction at the very start of this journey. It was the threat of a Toblerone that finally got me, you know, on course, on mission. Right, we've got another station coming up, but it's another requester. You know, that's going to keep us on the edge of our seats for a little while to see if the H light goes off. If the H light goes off, it's a request to stop, and we are duty bound to stop there. So stick around, and together we will see if the H light is going to go off or not. Tension continues. Well, the H light hasn't yet gone off. We are what I assume is a kilometre away from the station. You know, if there is someone wanting to get off, they are supremely confident in my skills as a driver to pull up in this green zone and activate the open door button in a timely fashion. We've got some signals coming up now, and that's gonna really make a difference. Here we go. Light's green. Trap is clean. And we go around the corner. Pantograph. See, look, it's sparking rather a lot, and that's because we're pushing it. I'm pretty certain you're supposed to pull a pantograph rather than push it. Has to be said, I know absolutely nothing about that, but it just feels right to me. Oh, hold on. The H light is lit. Right, react. React now. Drop that down, give it some brakes, not too much brakes, a little bit of brakes. How far off are we? We're close-ish. Ease the power back, ease the power off entirely. Stop in the station. Now, apply everything. Stone me if I didn't actually get that right. Open the doors. Did I get that right, or have we parked up too early there? I mean, I have stopped in the right place. Yeah. Doors. Active. Get out of the train then. Because you're supposed to see some kind of... It stopped making the noise. I reckon we're good to go. All right. Well done, team. Excellent. We managed to pull off a significant result there. Right. Let's wang that back up to 30 again. And apply the power so we're ready to go. And then we'll ease off on the brake. Booyah! We are rolling. Well, an unscheduled stop, but it was one that was definitely advertised within the mission briefing. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with that. And more than a little surprised that we actually managed to pull it off. Hold on, where flipping heck? It's like I've got camouflage strapped to the front of the train. Well, a train might as well be a tree. Look at this. Oh, what a shambles. Right. No, that's 2. That's where I'm sitting. There we go. Hold on. He looks familiar. That's worrying. What's he doing back there? Who is he communing with? What do they want from us? Where's Donald Sutherland when you need him? Anyway, another viaduct. Hey, excellent. Right, let's try and keep this one somewhere within camera view. In fact, it's tiny. That's not a viaduct. That's a bridge. And only a little one at that. There's some fencing. Look, little shed. You have to wonder what kind of livestock would be in that shed. Oh no, that's been answered for us. It's, I guess they're sheep, maybe goats. I'm hedging toward goats. I'll reach out to the development team on this and see if I can get a definitive answer for you on that one as we go round another corner. And frankly, if you don't like corners, you have very much picked the wrong line to be interested in. Anyway, we've got another Peist platform 2. We're going to come up on relatively soon, and once again we are waiting to hear the ping 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 of a passenger who wants to get off. That's going to be pretty interesting. Got some chalet type lodges on the mountainside there, which is nice. But fundamentally, it's me, and the Allegro, and this rather splendid mountain climb. If I could ride in the front cab, we've got a flashing light here, and that's the noise. That's the noise that says we are to be stopping. Now, this passenger clearly, noting the rather abrupt stop that I pulled last time around, has taken no chances and started dinging the bell fairly quickly. I shall try and return the favour to them, and I will ease back a little earlier. 20. No, gonna need to keep it going. Ease it. No, you're not slowing down enough. All brakes all the time. Activate. And nope, came up short because when it comes down to it, we're only doing 20 kilometers an hour, so that will actually keep us going reasonably well. Give it some more juice. Let's go. That's it. Wallop. And relax. And relax. I mean, seriously, if I'm not pushing levers all the way one way or the other, it doesn't do and relax very quickly. Let's look outside here. Well, we've stopped in exactly the right place. The bing, bing, bing noise is no longer being made, which is excellent. I'm going to presume that we're fine to just crack on. Actually, the snow's eased off. I should turn my wipers off. Otherwise, I'm just wearing the blades down for nothing, which is up here. Cease. Activate. Cease. Good. Right. There's no more noises. The H isn't lit. Let's be on our way. Push that up to there. Give it some less of that. And we're away. There's some acceleration. It's like a Tesla in train form. Straight up to max speed. Now, we left our original station 7 minutes behind schedule. And at the moment, we are 6 minutes behind schedule. So we are just about making up the time that we lost initially. But those two interstitial stops that we've made have undoubtedly cost us what could have been a record-setting performance as we come round it. I guess it is a viaduct, isn't it? If you define a viaduct as a bridge that doesn't go over anything other than the landscape. That's how I'm choosing to describe it for my own purposes right now. But we're coming up on it anyway. Currently planning to arrive in just, pretty much exactly 5 minutes. You know, you really aren't. This is not the time that you're going to want to be disturbed, because it's about to kick off as we come into a legitimate station. And for some reason, I felt like, you know, chancing it by exceeding the speed limit there. You know, I've got to keep your adrenaline levels up. See who we've got on board. They're not the most social of passengers. That much is for certain. Let's see if I'm also back there. There I am. Look. Maybe I am driving this as some kind of hologram, and that's virtual me back there. Over in the brown seats, couple of ladies there just having a staring contest. My money's on the one in red. She seems to be sitting a little bit more erect and therefore is playing the game in a more professional fashion. Anyway, let's enjoy some more. There's a telegraph line and a tractor. The tractor is towing. Looks like a muck spreader of the old school variety, but given the rear deployment there, I don't know. It could be some kind of fertilizer. Maybe it's I don't know, liquid feed for pigs or some such. Because you're not going to be doing an awful lot of arable farming up here in the Alps. For one, the land is currently frozen, and for two, it's the Alps. I really shouldn't have to explain it any more than that as we go over this rather fabby bridge. And it is rather fabby. No, let's do it from there. Apparently I'm speeding again. Oh, flipping heck. But look, it's a fabby bridge. If we can't, you know, trundle across that with meaning, and there we go, I'm no longer losing points. I just hope I don't lose so many points that it is an automatic mission failure, because that would be Trey's disappointment were that to happen as we enter another tunnel. Don't know how long this one is. If these brackets are anything to go by, it's not very long. So for those of you who are somewhat afeared of the dark, try and keep breathing and remain limber, because we're coming straight back out again. There you go. Care for your well-being. What's this? No. What's the big green pole? What's it got at the top of the big green pole? Oh, it's just a pylon. Well, that's got to be pretty huge. That's a big old pylon, that one. Anyway, we're starting to see the signs of civilization building back up again with these houses, and we are now approximately 2 minutes outside Langwies, but it's not showing up on the old Mapatron here. There we go. There it is. I spoke too soon. It's right there, 1 kilometre away, and I'm pretty excited to get in there. I'll tell you that for nothing. It's been a long time coming. We've come up this hill for quite some distance now, and I'm looking forward to the potential changing of pace that this stop could offer. It's almost like a second act to this particular journey. Is the stop in Langwies? Everybody says so. Oh yes, I went from Chur to Arosa, Arosa, whatever you want, and I felt to myself that when we arrived in Langwies, that maybe we'd peaked, but no, that second act was quite something. There's a car there, look, and there's another one. That looks like a Renault Espace. Yeah, there's a thing. As we come on in, again, if I had the option to ride in the front, I pressed 9 there. We've got to pick up some passengers from Langwies, then Litsuruti, and then Arosa platform 1. Grand. 400 meters away. Feel good about this. This is a properly snaky approach we've got going on here as well. We are going to be a little bit behind schedule, but the Swiss, of course, do use the latest electronic timetabling, so the passengers will have been notified that we weren't quite running to schedule. Right, there we go. We'll drop that down to 20. Ease back on the main power stick there. I'd really like a read on where are we. There we go. So as we pull close here, I'm going to try and give us a slightly more gentle stop than we've had so far on this route. But frankly, it'll be what it is. The brakes do nothing, and then stick your head through the seat ahead of you. Right, let's ease this down now, because otherwise we're going to overshoot. Yeah, okay, we're close enough. Open the doors. Right, we have arrived. The weather has taken a turn for the decidedly miserable. Let's activate the windscreen wipers. Maybe turn the cab lights back on. Are they on? I could probably do with a higher resolution bulb than that. What else have we got up here? I could turn the heaters off for the passengers. Acknowledged. What's that? No, that's my headlights. I've already got that. Successful stop. Please proceed at 13:49. Tis your next stop at Litsuruti when the signal is clear for departure. I have no idea. I'm sat in the wrong bit of the train. I'm gonna have to look on the outside when the signal is clear for my departure. 3, 2. There's a lot of green there. We're going. Right. And give it some power. Set my limiter to 30. There you go. And then take the train brake off. Take the other one as well. I've got those the wrong way around. And we're away. Nice smooth departure there. And then we'll let them know they're on the funfair. There we go. Whoosh. Smashing. You see, so effectively that's like doing a tyre screech exit from the station. They're going to be wondering exactly which one of these buildings I held up, but they are none the wiser. Well, the weather really has turned filthy as we head across the amazing expansion bridge here. Well, it's not a suspension bridge, it's a spanning bridge. If you didn't have the power cables there, you could fit a Dakota under that, no trouble at all. In fact, you could get a couple of them in formation. That'd be pretty amazing. Now, we do appear to be coming up on a slightly less aggressively cornery, I take that back, section of the route. Hit up 7. 7 looks good. We've got any more zoom? Not so much. Got no camera at all from 7, but I think you get a general sense of what's going on as we head back to the cab and up our limit. If I can close in on the scheduled time of arrival by the time we get to Litsuruti, that would be, I Fabulous. Up it a little bit more, please. Grab the handle and then crank it to there. Now our speed limit is 35. Let's try and make as much of that as we possibly can. Now this is the uphill leg. There is of course a downhill version of the same route, and that one you can virtually freewheel all the way, apart from the time you want to chuck your land anchors out to the side for when the speed is just too much to bear. Let's enjoy the view some more. Now our ETA into Litzaruti, platform 1 is a mere 2 minutes away. Passengers, get your stuff, be ready to get off the train. I intend to slow down only. This will not be a full stop, given half the chance. Of course, it will be a full stop. I don't have the option to just open the doors and eject the passengers. That would be the kind of railway service that would actually run on time. No, instead, we will be stopping on plan, and we will still be about 6 minutes behind schedule, which is not good enough. And I lack the means to actually get us back onto timetable. But here we go. It's coming up. It's another nerve-jangling, adrenaline rush of a station, Litzaruti. Certainly, it's not going to be another one of these platforms just hanging around in the middle of the track that you kind of stop at, people get out, and then off you go again. No, this one's got clowns and fire jugglers and 1 or 2 bear traps. So you're definitely going to want to stick around while we pull in there. Otherwise, how will you know whether we got the bears or not? You won't. That's the answer there. This is. The snow is coming down really quite heavily now. It was advertised as being light snow, but there was a gust there that clearly blew it in a way I wasn't expecting. That's going to wake you up in the morning. As we come up, we're now 500 metres away from the station. I shall try once again for a smooth something or other here. And there's a transit van on the road, showing signs of life up here. Clearly, the zombie epidemic has not quite reached Litzaruti. It still has some way to go. And that's the pinging noise of someone who wants to stop at our scheduled stop. Someone who really doesn't understand how timetables work. Oh, they've pressed it again. They've cancelled that request. Maybe what they're trying to tell me is that they want, under no circumstances, to be stopping here. Well, they are out of luck because it's happening. As we ease the speed back well ahead of the change in speed limit, just showing the levels of competence and professionalism that I really bring. Oh, we're not. Come on, start braking. Ease that off. Give it all of this. Oh, I almost missed it again. It doesn't half sneak up on you. All right, that's not emergency brake. That's just quickly. That's braking quickly. No, overshot. Did we overshoot? If we did, it wasn't by much. Nope, we didn't overshoot. It was close though. That was a near run thing. What's going on there? Well, that's an unusual consist that I don't often see. What are you packing there, Train B? Kind of hard to say. She's not dressed for this weather. Yeah, she wants some, you want some good leggings on there. She's got the right idea. Although even then, it's timeliness penalty. What? I just blew 3,200 points. Please proceed at 13:55. I've proceeded 6 minutes ago. Right, let's brakes off. That's brakes on. All the brakes. Off. Off. Punch it. That's the stuff. Drive quality, we blew some more points there, but that was only 61 points we blew. And I'm comfortable with that, given that we lost 3,200 not so long ago for being late. I did my best, but it wouldn't let me exceed the speed limit. Anyway, the final stop on this run is coming up in a shade over 7 minutes, and it is into Arosa, I don't know, itself, and we are due for some of the most spectacular views on this route. Although as night is falling and the snow is all around us, it may be challenging to really appreciate those views. But we're going to try nonetheless. There's a, I don't know, what's that? Is that a Picasso, maybe? Could be a Citroen Picasso, or at least a Picasso knockoff. The fence is here to prevent for the almost certain avalanche of small children who in bin bags like to rocket down this hill of a Saturday when it's snowing. And obviously you don't want the nippers ending up on the track, because that's not going to be a happy result for anybody involved. Lights are all off here. They've clearly left for the winter. I can't say I blame them. This place looks like a refurbished house from 7 Days to Die. As another digger look as we come round this corner and head on the final few minutes of this route. Now I find it oddly relaxing. Other than my inability to brake smoothly and occasionally losing buttons. You know, were I to put in a little bit more practice, I could become quite competent at Train Simulator. It's because you play too many games with the name Train involved. And some may say, no, you should be playing nothing but games with the name Train involved. And I'm not going to argue with that. I like a train, me. I'm maybe not defined by them, but this is a corner, isn't it? What's that noise? Who's beeping at me? Cease your beeping. But yeah, do let me know if you'd like to see some more. Hold on, have I started padding too soon? No, I've got 5.5 minutes. Okay, that's good. I can fill that out. Because I've got several routes for Train Sim. If you'd like to see some more of those routes, I am more than happy to take you along them. There I am, look. Sat with a clean conscience in car 2. Second class for me. I don't want to. I'm not interested in a first class ticket. I see that as just as taxation rather than anything else. Anyway, thank you for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. We're not quite there yet. I'll keep going until we hit the station itself. But if you have a favourite route on Train Sim that you'd like to see, or maybe a favourite locomotive you'd like to see me make a complete mess of, then I am all ears. I've got minus 10,000 points on this mission, which seems high in a negative fashion. I mean, given that I lost 3,200 for being late. I don't see how I lost the rest of them when it was just tickling along a little bit at a time, but I've lost it nonetheless. But you don't play one of these things for points. Arguably, you don't play them at all. This is hobbyist behaviour. This is, oh yeah, I feel the need to buy a magazine, and then maybe take a screenshot and put it in an album. That's how I feel about this. It's a nice piece of passing track here. See that? They haven't managed to get the ballast to line up perfectly though, which means that if they do try to add a diamond junction onto there, they are going to struggle. But it doesn't seem to have held them back so far. I'll keep you informed as developments occur. Meanwhile, really, we've still got 4 minutes to go. You've managed to fluff for 90 seconds. Good God, you're supposed to be good at this. It would be, you know what would be nice? It would be nice to be able to hop up the route I'm using the fly past camera here. Let's see if it's chosen a worthy location. Oh, hint of train. Oh yes. Oh, it's like we turned up in the nick of time. But yes, so Train Simulator will be something that I play on the channel once in a while. However, Train Sim World, I will be covering each new item as it comes out, for the time being at least, because I do like the ability to actually be able to get out of the train and just go and poke stuff a little bit. Now, if you were to fuse that with the track laying and empire building of your transport fever, now that would be something. And you could go one further and add multiplayer on it, and then I could get people driving. I could pay people in virtual cash to drive one of my routes for me and try and get it on time. I think I'd have people beating down my front door to do that. Yeah, you know, the authenticity of your simulator, and you know, you're only ever going to get a reasonable amount of authenticity. All that has to be said. This train is very nicely modelled, and I really like its acceleration. I'd love to know if that was similar to reality. But given that it's electric and it's relatively short and it's a very modern engine, wouldn't surprise me if it had got the kind of pickup that we've seen in this mission in reality, which could be great fun. But yeah, a merger of a rail tycoon fever-esque type game and the ability to do it simulatory with cooperative multiplayer. Where one person is the network owner and the other people are the drivers. Sign me up. My wallet is awaiting to be thrown at the screen, but at the moment it's not. Right, we could be going a little bit faster because now that we've been on another flight of fancy, I've only burned another 90 seconds. It's at this time in a route that takes an hour and change to drive that the material really does start to become a little bit forced, and you know, because hold on, that's the pinging there of someone who wants to get off at the end of the line. Perfect. Although they're doing that now, but the H is not lit. Nope, no idea. What is this thing here? It looks like, oh, this is the grain silo filling thing that we pass on the way downhill. There it is. He's still there. Look, he's almost never off duty. We can see him from out my cab. Give him a little wave. It's warm in here, mate. You wanna get yourself a train? Nice to see the level crossing doing its job. That's beneficial. I would like to sit at the other... Hold on. I've gone free cam. Give chase. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is the stuff. Right. Can I give chase through the tunnel? Yes, I can. Oh, I wish I'd found this sooner. Wallop. There you go. We have Colonel Cam. Oh, now you're talking. How far have I got to go? Oh, I'm literally there in a minute. I could have filled the entire episode with Colonel Cam. Let's go here. Nope, not that far. About there. That's it. Now we don't want to clip them. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? I flipping needed to acknowledge something. Acknowledged. Yeah, all right. I think I might have run through a signal there without acknowledging it. Yeah, I acknowledged it some more. Going backwards now. Just saying, put the train brake on. Alright, reset. It's my reverser on. Stick that on reverse in the way that it's supposed to be. Phooey! I found a way of getting a nice angle on something and then... No, we're going uphill. Alright, you're going to need to keep that on until we've got some power. That's possibly too much. 30 ought to do the trick. There we go. There we go. Well, that was all going swimmingly up until the point that it wasn't. But I think we're going to stay on the cab for now, rather than that. There are times to be messing around with Kernel Cam, and this is not one of them. Never mind, it's all good. I don't think anybody noticed, particularly the emergency brake being deployed. Anyway, we're coming up on Arosa platform 1, where this train terminates. Be sure to grab all of your litter and don't just leave it lying around the train, because that's disgusting and your parents brought you up badly if you think that's acceptable behaviour. Right, ease on the brakes a smidge. No, that's too much. That's more than a smidge. That's more like a smidge. There you go. Ease that down. How are we looking? Possibly a little early. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. We're not going to keep it rolling. Oh, phooey. Ease that off a bit. There you go. Ease it back on a bit. Ease that off a bit. Now, it really doesn't matter whether you're doing it on or off. Just ease. Ease it. Are we there? Not as much. We're not as there as I'd like to be. And there you go. Right, that's it. Now, hammer the brake on. Turn the power off. Possibly overshot just a little, but I'm not that fast. There we go. Let's go and have a look out. No. All right, let's press that one. Look outside. Oh, no, it's a great place to stop. Open the doors. Doors opened. Oh, yeah, see, I've learned stuff. And then Kernel Cam. Right, while we wait for that to happen. Could have gone a little bit further with that, but I decided to stop here. Let's saddle up here for a... Hold on. Yeah. Well done, driver. That was a successful journey. I am Colonel Success. Thank you very much for watching today. Chuck a like at this video if you had a rare old time, and I'll be back very soon with something similar. Hold on, let's see how we lost all of the points there. 0 XP gained. I should surely gain some XP just for driving the thing. Lost a point or two there for speeding. 33 and a 30, honestly. Rules lawyers. Lost quite a lot of points there for speeding. Again. There. And then you had the nerve to burn me for what's I mean, look at that. That's 6,000 points you've cost me there for being late, and yet you're hammering me constantly for speeding. You can't have it both ways. That's all I'm saying about that. Thanks for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Catch up with you very soon. Cheerio.